on together. And I believe that you, I believe feel the same. And we are strong, stronger than we ever thought. We all alone. And I know that times are getting rough, so shut him on. Walk with me, cover me, 'cause you know life can be a battle zone. 'Cause we're coming up on uncharted territory. But we still march, I still march, I still march, you still march, we still march. So many obstacles in front of us, we can't see, but we still rise up, rise like a wave, I rise up, in spite of the ache, I rise up, never do it rise up.
How about people who were born testing positive to drugs because their parents were addicts, not even given a chance from birth? How about witnessing your dad beat on your mom before he beats on you? Or what about someone who's bounced around the foster care system their whole lives because their parents didn't want or couldn't take care of them? I'm saying this because on a daily basis, I hear a deeper understanding of why people do the things they do. If you think about a tree, we see the branches, we see the leaves, we see the twigs, but what we don't see are the roots. Every day, I get to see the roots. I'm asking you to start looking at the roots as well. So not only do we want to change gun laws, but we also want to provide more resources for mental health, the Department of Children and Families, and post-adoptive services. All three of these areas are lacking in appropriate resources. And when children aren't supported the way that they need to be, then that's how people end up slipping through the cracks.
Thank you to each of you for being here tonight. We present ourselves as Joaquin's mom and dad, and that's been happening since the last probably 6 weeks, 5 weeks, since everything started this nightmare in our home. There's an easy battle that there is no need for any congressman to sign any bill or to approve any bill, and that battle starts at home. And I want to stay with that message here tonight and share with you the fact that in our home, the night before that happened, my son was buying flowers for his girlfriend so he could give them to her on Valentine's Day. We were sharing that with Joaquin that day. We were all involved in that love action. That's how our house was built, and we are very proud that we have the opportunity to share those moments of love with both of them, with our daughter and our son. When I say that the battle starts there, is that at that same time, on another home, other things were happening, way different than that. And those are home values. And we can beat them. We can think ahead, act ahead, and notice that something is wrong in our homes. I believe, again, that the good news is that it only relates on us. You don't need permission. You don't need anybody signing, you don't need anybody marching for that. That said, I want to share something with you tonight. This was a retweet from Joaquin. Okay? And it says, if you believe that mentally ill individuals should have easy access to firearms of any size, let alone guns comparable to the IR-15, then you need to realize the NRA has your brain washed. This was our son on December the 14th, retweeting this. So, what does that mean? It not only means that Joaquin was already fighting the battle. Joaquin, we are starting to each day learn more about him. We are each day very proud of him. But the fact that he retweeted that 2 months before he was murdered, haunted, killed, shot in school, makes me think that tweeting or retweeting is not enough. And we've been thinking about this during the day, because I can see that we are reaching a lot of power. I see things happening in this nation that probably happened last time around 50 years ago. There's a lot of power in this young generation. I don't know if you guys know, probably you talked about this before, but there's 760 something march that will happen next Saturday, 24th. all around the world. And that noise started on St. Valentine's Day. The apartment victims are part of that movement, are the reason of that movement. So, again, retweeting is not enough, because we don't know if we retweet today and we get shot in 2 months from today. And where I want to go with this point is that, yes, the young generation has the power now. They're getting to Washington. They're bringing more than 1 million persons to Washington. And now they need the control. And the only way to take the control is by voting, by registering to vote. And that's where the big change comes. So, change the rev is everything that I just mentioned. Is choosing the right rev that would make the right calls. If one of the teams is somehow putting money on the rev pockets, then it's not a fair game anymore. And that is exactly why we only follow the agenda of the youth, of the young generation. We only believe in them when we look at the media. They are raising power, and they will also have control. And once you have power and control together, then you can make big changes. We will live with this pain in our heart forever. This is our new role. We didn't ask for this. We never thought we'll be in this situation. We saw news before, similar to this one, but you never think it can happen to you. But guess what? It can. It can. So what we need to do is to prevent it from happening again. So none other kid has to go through this, has to be murdered while he's not only in school, but anywhere. And no other parents go through the pain that we're going through. And you can count on us. We're going to be really with this young generation hand to hand. And probably you heard before that I'm wearing Joaquin's shoes since day one. To feel everything the way they feel it. To march, to walk, to feel what they feel. We lost a 17-year-old son. And he was right in so many things. So anyone here with a son or a daughter, when you get back home, enjoy that time. Exchange information, listen to the kids. Because they're right. So we as parents, we need to listen to them and learn from them. And that is exactly what is happening in the nation now. We are finally listening to the kids. And they're right. And they have great points. And they amaze me. And I'm so proud. And we are so proud that our son is part of this change. It's part of the future of this nation. So we're going to hold very tight to that. We're going to hold very tight to God. And we're going to hold very tight to people like you that make these kind of events happen, to support, to hug, to be with us. Together, we will make that change. Thank you very much for being here tonight. We love you. And Joaquin loves you too. Thank you very much.